I can't tell if this is the best idea I've ever had or the worst. I guess we'll find out.
Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the
Hey guys, welcome back. Today, I am going to share with you the 24 books that I am determined to read in 2024. Determined. So determined, in fact, that these are going to be added to a TBR jar. My organizational brain is so grateful for the fact that this year is 2024 because that means I can pick 2 a month for 12 months and get through all of them. At least that's the idea. Now, most of these, if not all, are books that I have been putting off for a long time, like a long time, for a number of reasons. Some of them are the most intimidating books on my TBR. Actually, a lot of them are the most intimidating books on my TBR, either because they're incredibly high epic fantasy or because they're incredibly beloved and I'm afraid of what I'm going to think about them, or due to the sheer size of the books. They are books that I'm scared. I'm scared, and I also have a few that I just know myself and I know I won't reach for these if I don't force my hand. Now I'm sort of just going to hope that I will be able to stick with this without rewards and or punishments. Is that too ambitious? We'll see. I thought about not allowing myself to buy any new books until I read the books that I have for that month. I thought about having to get rid of them if I don't get to them that month. But like I said, all of these books I really, really want to read. And I've held on to several of them for such a long time that I just can't fathom getting rid of them, because I know in my heart of hearts that these are books that I am going to read in my lifetime. I just don't know when. So hopefully this is going to encourage me to pick them up, to get to them sooner than later. At the end of 2024, we can look back and reflect and see if this me was a naive idiot or a genius. Sound good? So the first one is Night Film. This book I have had in my possession since probably 5 years ago, I want to say. I have put this on TBR after TBR for 5 years, and I still have not picked it up. It's not the biggest book in the world, although it is almost 600 pages, and it is heavy, so they must be like Bible-thin pages. Yep. And it's like mixed media. There's no reason why I have been putting this off. Everybody loves this book. It's also so old at this point, like, does it really matter if I've never read it? But at the same time, people love it, so I want to love it. I want to love it. Number 2, I would not say is an intimidating one, but it's one that I can totally see myself putting off for years and years and years if I don't force myself to pick it up. And that's for a couple of reasons. Number 1, Jessica Knoll wrote The Luckiest Girl Alive, which I did not love. Loved the movie that they made of it, which is rare to like the movie better than the book, but loved the movie. Did not enjoy The Luckiest Girl Alive. I didn't like the writing. But this sounds so interesting. It's about serial killers in the 70s. It just sounds so good. But I also am like, I'm never gonna pick you up. Like, I know myself and I'm just never gonna pick it up if I don't force myself. So I'm gonna force myself. Next up, we have Sign Here. This one is not scary or intimidating in the least, but again, it's one that I just like, I don't know why I keep putting it off. I don't know why. It's supposed to be super dark humor. It sounds so interesting. It's about a demon in hell who has to make deals with humans for their souls. I mean, it sounds like so much fun. It sounds like so much fun. I even started this one at some point. I don't think I read more than like a chapter, but it just sounds so good. But it's also one that like every month I'm like, oh, I should pick that up. And then I don't put it on my TBR. So I need a reason. I need a reason to pick it up. Next, we have Horror Store. This one I'm so excited to read. This is the only Grady Hendrix I haven't read yet, aside from like the short story collection he has. This is the only one. And it's embarrassing that I haven't read it yet. It's an easy read. It's a fun read. I figured in this list I should include a few that aren't going to like steal my soul when I try to read them in a month. So this is going to be sort of like a get out of jail free card. Like when this one gets picked out of the jar, I'm going to be like, oh, thank God. I don't have to read a 900-page book. I get to read a Grady Hendrix. Then I have Happiness Falls. This is by Angie Kim. I loved, what's it called? Don't you love when your phone can't recognize your face? You start to wonder, have I aged that much overnight? Rude. It's rude is what it is. This is the same author who wrote Miracle Creek, which I absolutely adored. But Miracle Creek and this book, I'm pretty sure are considered more literary fiction than anything else. I think they have some like mystery elements to them, but they're definitely more day in the life sort of quieter books than I usually go for. I want to get to this. I want to read it because I liked Miracle Creek so much and I've heard good things about this. But again, it's like I know myself and I can't see myself just of my own volition picking this off my shelf and reading it. So it's going to be in the jar. Very similar to Happiness Falls, we have The Whispers by Ashley Audrain. This is the same author as The Push, which I also loved and also felt like it wasn't a book that I typically would read. And so it's also prohibiting me from being super eager to pick this up, even though I loved that, because I'm like, but I don't know. It makes me nervous. So same thing. This is going in the jar. It's going in the jar so that I force my hand. Then we have Sisters of the Lost Nation. This is a horror book that I really wanted to get to this year. Not a lot of people were talking about this book. I feel like more people should have been talking about this book, but the people that did read it loved it. So I really want to get to it, but it intimidates the heck out of me. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's like a new author to me. It's intimidating and I'm nervous, but I want to read it. So I'm going to make myself read it. Okay. The next one's a silly one. Are you ready? It is. It's a silly one. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I think I may be the only person in the booktube community that has not read this. The only Colleen Hoover book that I have read from my knowledge is Verity, and I loved it. But I don't know why I can't bring myself to pick up the rest of her books. I don't know why. It's like they're so in your face. There's so many videos and posts talking about her books, both good and bad, and it's so oversaturated that I just can't bring myself to do it. And this one in particular, I don't think a single person shut up about this book for a long time. Nobody will shut up about it. No one will shut up about it. And this is not intimidating, this is not scary, but it's one of those books where it's like I'm waiting for the perfect moment to pick it up. I know it's sad, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna cry, and yet every month I'm like, not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. It's not time. I don't know. So I'm including it on the list. I'm including it on the list because this is the year. This is the year we're going to read a Colleen Hoover book. Mark my words. Okay, so that was pretty much all of the easier get out of jail free books. And now we're going to get into these super intimidating ones. The ones that I am just scared of because of their plots, because of their size, because of how much people love them. I'm just scared. I'm scared. Number one, I don't even own. I own it on Kindle, but I don't own it physically yet. The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I have heard such amazing things about Robin Hobb, and yet there are so many damn books that I have been just frightened. I've also heard that they are very slow, character-heavy fantasies, like very, very character-driven. I'm pretty sure you follow the same character throughout the first 3 books, and then also like later on, I think he has another trilogy, and you're following this one person throughout their entire lifetime, and I don't know, that's intimidating. I have heard so many people say, if you're not a big fantasy reader, this isn't for you. If your preference isn't character-driven stories, this isn't for you. And yet I've decided it's gonna be for me. I've decided that I am going to have the Robin Hobb personality. So I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm obviously not going to get to all, 12 books, maybe more, probably more. Honestly, I don't even know. I'm obviously not gonna get to all of them this year, although imagine if I did. Imagine if this is the only thing I read the whole year. Imagine. My channel would be so boring. I'm not going to get to all of them, but I'm definitely determined to at least give it a try. At least try book 1, if not the first trilogy. That's my goal. That's my dream. Next up, we have Hellbent. This I cannot wait to read, and yet it came out almost a year ago now, and I still haven't picked it up. So clearly I need somebody to force me. Clearly. I think I need to reread Ninth House in order to do this. I honestly do, because I don't remember it, but I just know that the amount of TBRs I have put this on, I still haven't picked it up because I'm so nervous for it that it's going going in the jar. She's going in the jar. I love this cover. It's so creepy. Another sequel that I very much want to read is Jade War. And honestly, Jade War and Jade Legacy, if I can get to both of them. I loved Jade City. Loved it. Read it this year. Loved it. I don't know why I haven't gotten to this one yet. I don't know. I talked about this in my video about series that I'm in the middle of. I don't know what is preventing me from picking this up other than the size of these and the fact that I keep hearing over and over again how much heartache is included in these pages. So it's going in the jar because otherwise I'm scared I'm going to stare at it so long that I'm going to forget everything I know about Jade City. So it's going in the jar. Next, I have 2 books that I hesitated including, honestly, because I just don't think they're for me. I don't think they're for me, okay? I don't know why I bought them. I don't know why I'm trying. They're not for me. But maybe I can make them for me by doing this. And that is Dune and Project Hail Mary, okay? Listen, your girl is not a sci-fi girl. I've tried, but unless it's a very, very elementary, immature, young adult feeling sci-fi, I don't care. I don't care. I love me a fantasy, especially a good, epic, old-fashioned fairy tale fantasy where there's kings and queens and princesses and villains and castles. But sci-fi just does not give me the same feelings as fantasy. It just doesn't. It doesn't. I know it has the same epicness, but there's just too much you need to learn. There's too much science involved. And listen, I am not a science girl. I'm just not. Why do you think I'm not a doctor? I mean, aside from the lack of follow-through in my life. I can't. But I can't stop hearing good things about this. Everybody loves this book. People that have never liked sci-fi say this is their best book that they've read recently. And so I have to at least try. Okay? Now, full disclosure, I also haven't read The Martian, but I've heard more about this recently than The Martian, probably because it came out more recently, but I think this is where I want to start. If I like it, maybe I'll try The Martian. But I doubt it. And then Dune, I'm not gonna lie. I bought it when the show came out, okay? I fell into the hype. I bought it because there was a TV show of it. And I thought, what am I missing? What am I missing out on? And I saw a lot of people who don't typically love sci-fi read this and enjoy it and read the whole series. I figured, why couldn't that be me? Why couldn't that be me? And then I stared at it for a year. So now it's going in the jar. All right, this one is a big one. This one is one that I have put on countless TBRs and I am sick of myself. I am sick of myself that I keep putting this off. I am. I finally am determined. The year of 2024 is the year I am finally going to read The Way of Kings. This is one book split into 2 because it's too thick for a binding this size. This is the British editions. I don't know. They're cute. I'm gonna read it, okay? I'm determined. This is an epic fantasy. I have read Brandon Sanderson before, so there shouldn't be anything keeping me from this or intimidating me about this aside from the fact that it's just so big and so long. And also the fact that it's not a completed series is a little bit scary to me because I have watched other people sitting there waiting for the next book to come out and I just don't want to be that person. But at the same time, I finally finished Mistborn and everybody says Way of Kings is like their all-time favorite fantasy book. And I need to read it. I need to read it. It's been sitting on my shelf for far too long. I've been staring at it for far too long. I finally got through Mistborn, the first trilogy. So now it's time. It's time to finally dive into the Stormlight Archives. I have all 3. So if this is as good as everyone says, maybe I'll read all 3. Could you imagine? Ooh, dream big, guys. The next one, I feel like the reasons behind it are exactly the same as Way of Kings, and that's The Name of the Wind. I have had this on my TBR for just as long, if not longer, than The Way of Kings, and yet I can't bring myself to do it. I think I've started it. I marked off like every 100 pages so I could split it up so I wouldn't be as scared, as intimidated. I left this in the rain one time, which means that I actually took this out in the world. And yet, I only ever got 20 pages in, 2 chapters. So this is the year. This is the year that I am going to be the fantasy girly of my dreams. I am going to read all of these giant, intimidating fantasies. I am going to laugh at the little people who just couldn't be bothered and just keep reading these short, tiny books because I am the queen of the tomes. That is the goal. That is the dream. That's the dream. This is going to happen. Listen to me. This is going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to walk into traffic. Okay? Okay. Another one. Another one. Ready? Another big girl. Another big girl. I am going to read this. I'm going to read this. I have had this sitting on my shelf forever. And I bought not just this, but 2 other books in this series. I bought 3 books at once, like an idiot, because I figured might as well buy all of them. Not only that, but I bought book 1, book 2, and book 4. That is how little information I had before purchasing this book. That's where my head was when this happened. And then I have sat there and looked at them ever since. It's intimidating as hell. It is scary as hell, but everybody is obsessed with Malice. And I've heard so many things about it recently, which is great because I feel like it came out a while ago, but people are picking it up now. Yeah, this came out in 2012, but I feel like recently it's had like a total resurgence and so many people that I love have been reading this and loving this. And so I want to read it and love it, but I need somebody to make me. I also want to read The Broneshard's Daughter. Another one that I am intimidated by. Another one that I bought the first 2 books of, even though I didn't know when I would ever get to it. I think the lesson we're learning here is that I don't know who I am as a reader yet, because I like to believe that I'm like an epic fantasy reader, but clearly I'm not, because I buy these and then I just stare at them. One more. The Blade itself. Same thing. Same story. I'm not going to go into it again. I want to read Joe Abercrombie. I want to be a fantasy girly. So we are going to read all of these books. John Gwynne, Joe Abercrombie. We're just going to be Brandon Sanderson, Patrick Rothfuss queens this year. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's by speaking it into the universe, I'm basically just saying it's happened. It's already happened. Future me has already done this. And she's sitting there laughing at me, being like, oh, she was so scared, and for what? She had the best time. And then the last few, I don't really have excuses other than they're just big. They're big, and so I figure I'm gonna need to put them in a jar. Fairy Tale by Stephen King. This is one of his most recent books. Not his most recent, but one of his most recent. I bought it the day it came out because of course I did, and I haven't read it since. And I want to. I want to. I like Stephen King. I am trying to make my way through his backlist, but in the meantime, he keeps putting out books. It's very frustrating. It's not fair. He's been writing since before I was born. How am I supposed to catch up? Seriously, how? This one I think is sort of like a horror fantasy, which is interesting and intriguing to me. I want to read it, but she's big, so she's going in the jar. Then we have Miss Cassandra Clare. I know. I have heard that this is very reminiscent of another very popular series, and so I have to read it because I want to verify the information for myself. I have to read it. This is just wild. This cover is just like reflective as heck. I'm gonna read it. It's thick, but I'm gonna read it because I wanna know. I wanna know if it really is the exact same story. I can't just take other people's words for it. I need to read it for myself. God. Then we have Babel. It's another very reflective situation. Thank you, Fairy Loot, for this edition. I love her. I love those sprayed edges. This intimidates the ever-loving crap out of me. The content as well as the size is so scary. I have heard that you have to be a very smart person to understand this book, but people love it. So I'm going to test my own intelligence by reading this book. Am I gonna regret it? Probably, but it has to be done. It has to be done. We have Ordinary Monsters. It's just too big. It's just too big. That's why she's on here. It's too big. I started this book and I was enjoying it, but I don't have time for big books when my goal is to read a lot of books every year. So that is why, spoiler alert, one of my goals for 2024 is to focus a little less on quantity. And that way I can get to these big boys, these thick boys, these thick boys. 2 more. Empire of the Vampire. I love Jay Kristoff. I love this cover. I want to read it. I started to read it, but it's just so long. Who has the time? I do in 2024. And finally, this one I'm just embarrassed about because this is probably going to be one of the most highly rated and beloved books of 2023. And I hate the fact that I am one of the only ones who never got to it. So 2024, it's happening. Even if I don't pick it out of a jar, this is happening, like immediately. Adventures of Amin al-Sarafi. I need to read this. I started it and read, I think at least like 150 pages of it, and I was loving it. I was loving it. And I don't know why I put it down, but I have to finish this book because everybody absolutely loves this, and I'm pretty sure that the sequel is going to come out next year. So I need to read it. I need to read it. That's it. We are going to find a jar, a cute jar, and put all of these names into it. And every month we're going to draw 2. And every month we are going to read 2. We are. I swear it. Cross my heart. Cross my heart. We're going to read 2 every month until all of them are done. And then we can look back and be so proud of ourselves. That's it. That's the end of this video. Those are all 24 books that I am guaranteeing, I shouldn't use that word, that I am really, really hoping that I'm going to read in 2024. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm manifesting it. I am going to read all of these. And we're all going to look at this video in a year and we're gonna pat me on the back and say, way to go, kid. You really made your dreams come true. Way to go. Manifest it, guys. Manifest it with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here, let's leave a crossed fingers emoji in the comments down below because we all should be crossing our fingers that I am actually going to follow through on what I just said for the last 20 minutes. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again in another one very soon. Hopefully. Bye.